here to learn more about Ayurveda as a whole. Why am I speaking in English? I'm sure that's a question many people are asking. I could just talk in Sinhala, but I lived abroad, so I have a bit of a language barrier. So that's why I came specifically to you to learn more about this topic.
Ayubowan, you are welcome.
Okay, I have a few questions I'd like to ask. Would you please briefly introduce on what you do and your name for those who don't know?
Yes, of course. I am Senanayaka. I am a traditional Vedic physician from Sri Lanka. My qualifications include me having fast traditional medicine examination provided by the government, awarding me with the panditha award in medicine, as you can see here on the wall. That was given to me by an international university. My father was also a government physician. When I was growing up, I witnessed him perform Helawedakama. So I took it upon myself to practice what has been passed through generation in our family.
Thank you for introducing yourself. Now we're all familiar with you. Can you tell us what led you to become an Ayurvedic physician?
Yeah, as I mentioned before, my father was a physician, but so was my grandfather. The practice of Vedic lifestyle has been in my family for quite some time, passing on from generation to generation. I also took an interest in this field by often hearing of religious stories and well-known historians, especially in Sri Lanka. One example of well-known physician which I admire a lot is King Buddhadasa, a Buddhist king who ruled Sri Lanka from 340 to 368 AD. Those who are unfamiliar with this name probably know him as the king who treated a snake. He had the courage to treat an animal most of us fear. Throughout my life, I've come across and heard about many known physicians, including my grandfathers. I let my father know about my growing interest toward wanting to learn the ways of a physician. He then helped me learn about a lot of things needed to build a foundation on this path. I studied in several government approved medical colleges. Along the way, I met many kind and wise doctors who gave me opportunities. I began to look deeply into what the ancient sage had said. I saw how rishis were very happy and lived a comfortable life without being held back many unwanted thoughts. We are trying to go on a similar journey, even though we know it's not easy.
I also heard that you don't charge for any of your treatments that you provide for your patients. Why is that?
It's quite normal to worry about money for most, as that is the only form of way to carry out a comfortable life in many people's mind. However, I try not to bother myself about the thought of how much I am earning and how much money goes out either. I am aware that money goes out and comes back around. I have more things to think about. They are not just simple thoughts. The samsara journey has to go without asking our likes and dislikes. And I know that I will not live the same life the next time. If I reincarnated, I know I won't be the same person. I may not be a human. I may be rich. I may be poor in my next life. You can't bring this money you are earning right now after you did now to your next life. Other physicians I have followed and got inspired from, including my grandfathers and father, they never asked for money from any of their patients. Not only that, King Buddhadasa, never collected any money from following this path. Jivaka Kaumar Bachana, who was Lord Buddha's physician, Badanta Nagarjuna, Bela, Jatukarna, Vagbata, Atra, etc., they never tried to collect money from this path. Their mind was fixated on their own well-being and those surrounding them. I find inner peace in having not to worry about how to earn and spend money. I am more concerned about how to collect enough good karma to attain a peaceful life. Where there's desire, there's bound to be pain. I am trying to get rid of any sort of desire and be grateful for what nature has already provided me.
So, do you ever feel like you miss out on opportunities to buy luxuries just because you don't get money from your treatments?
While it's true that I may not accumulate personal wealth through my practice as that of a hospital doctor or other physicians in the medical field, I find immense fulfillment in providing health care which is readily available for the community. I recognize that others may have the means to afford certain luxuries. You won't see me in a Rolls Royce nor wearing a Rolex on my wrist anytime soon. I certainly won't be possessing any sort of expensive galore. Though I won't lie and say I haven't had the taste of the pursued expensive life many people dream of. I used to perform in a music band. It was pretty successful band. We used to perform in hotels, bars, and at clubs. They're actually doing pretty well to this day. I've seen different eye view of that certain lifestyle, which allowed me to choose a path which is aligned with my values and a commitment to community well-being. That's why that satisfaction I gain knowing I am contributing to the health and happiness of those who are around me outweighs any potential financial gains. I strongly believe in the importance of accessible healthcare for everyone. By not focusing on gain on extra buck, I can concentrate to making a meaningful impact on the health of this community. I know that money can be a drive of motivations to save more lives, but an individual's life can never be compared to money. When you provide good with no ill intent, you receive good. I get a lot of help from the community I have provided to, and to them I'll always be truly grateful. Another reason is that I want to spread awareness about lankayuRWEDAM or Helawedakama or any type Vedic system to the world. That was the Rishi's targets also. As I see many people are curious about the Vedic system.
Okay, thank you so much for that answer. Can you also tell me more about Lanka Ayurveda as a whole? I'm sure many are curious about it. So can you explain?
I truly appreciate you using the words Lanka Ayurvedic medicine because even though other countries practice Ayurveda, we all have some differences in our methods and beliefs. At the end of the day, we all have the same goal. One important event took place. I'd like to bring attention towards it. How Ayurveda was considered in Sri Lanka. There was a skilled physician from Sri Lanka was mentioned in the historical Indian Ayurveda text. His name was Pulastya. It was said that Pulastya Rishi participated in the first conference of Rishis which was held in the Himalaya kingdom in India. These Rishis follow a very noble and diligent life. Pulastya Rishi was the one who made aware of how Sri Lanka had many wide ranges of medicinal plants. One thing to note is that we do not use any kind of animals for any of our medications. A rule I believe in and the rule many Buddhists believe is in that we mustn't kill any living being. Just like us, an animal is living to survive. They bleed like us. They feel pain the same way we do. And they have a life with a responsibility to carry out just like us. Any disease that an animal may have or could be potentially transferred to a human will not happen whilst taking any herbal Ayurvedic medicine. As I choose not to use any living being to make medicine. This helps reduce the risk of fatal side effects in comparison to most synthetic drugs you may see many people taking nowadays. You might come across some physicians making use of animals in their medicine that is purely from their own knowledge, preference, and beliefs. Every Vedic treatment plan I provide to my patients, I provided to them after a close inspection and understand of what the patient is going through. I choose to see everything from the root of the cause. This can also help in long-term health benefits. Each plan is natural and completely safe as we consider every element that make up the human body. In Ayurveda, we highly emphasize on the balance of the mind, body, and spirit of a being. Helawedakama is not only about an individual's physical health, but also about a person's emotional and mental well-being as well. I think you got the point.
Yes, I agree. Synthetic drugs are very dangerous for people nowadays if it's used in the wrong way. Thank you so much for making time. I'll see you next time, hopefully.
Okay, Saraswati.